Do you ever wonder why it seems only certain people achieve success? How about you? Have you been able to achieve the dreams and goals that you set out to accomplish in your life? Or are you like most people, working more and more hours, only to have less and less money at the end of the month to pay your ever-increasing bills? So why is it that only some people appear to always achieve success in everything that they do? What do they know or have that you don't? Why do all successful people, like movie stars, CEOs, professional athletes, national politicians, seem to have that certain something? What is that certain something? How can you get it? My name is Brian Haggerty, and I want to share with you the missing link that all other financial success programs leave out. Now be honest. If you are watching this, it is because you are frustrated. Like countless others, you want success. You desire success. And like so many others, you have spent lots of your hard-earned money on program after program which guarantees that they are going to teach you how to be a millionaire. Now, some of these programs want to teach you how to make millions of dollars selling online. And while that is possible, they seem to make it seem effortless and easy, only to then discover a literal labyrinth of what seems to be countless skills, talents, or resources that you don't have. Now, other programs want to teach you how to reprogram your brain in order to attract wealth, money, and success to you like a magnet. And while there is a great deal of truth to our mind's ability to reprogram itself to defeat old negative habits and limiting belief systems, again, after a few weeks of endless affirmations and meditation, you slip right back into your old, defeating mindset. And then you ask yourself, why? Why can I not achieve the success of my dreams? Why does it seem so easy for everyone else? I look around and I see everyone else seeming to live a happy life, living their dreams, and I feel as if I'm caught up in a vat of mud, spinning my wheels and going nowhere. Well, here is the thing. All of those programs technically work. And yes, they do get you to buy into them by making the process sound so easy that a 3-year-old can do it. The problem, though, is not you. I mean, you are willing to do the work involved in transforming yourself. You do want to be a success. You do want to achieve your dreams. The problem is that all of these programs are leaving out the most important keys which all successful people share in common. After all, even if you do retrain your mind and program it to achieve success, what is it that you are going to do to make that success a reality? Do you think that you can make bars of gold appear on your living room floor purely by manifesting them through the power of your mind? And if you believe, as they all teach, that the people, places, things, events, and circumstances necessary for success just show up in your life, well, again, what will they show up for? You see, I recognized that the biggest problem with all of the wealth training programs that I examined online is that they leave out the missing link for success. Now, I don't know if this is intentional because they want to keep selling you the same types of programs over and over, or perhaps these program creators were just lucky and they achieved their success without this missing link, purely out of a unique situation. Or, perhaps, they never really achieved it at all. Now, I know you are dying to know what these keys and missing links are. And don't worry, we will get to them. And before I even do that, I want to first define success. Now, success has different meanings to different people. To some, success is owning your own business. To others, it's being able to travel at will. And yet to another, it could be raising a happy family. You see, success is really the realization of a worthy goal. Of course, we all want to make a great deal of money. After all, money is a tool which gives us freedom. It allows for us to live our lives as we want. And depending upon what it is we want to be able to do, that is what determines just how much money we would need to do it. So, what are these secrets? Why do only certain people appear to achieve success? What is it that successful people all share in common? Well, let me share some interesting facts and statistics with you. A classic study completed by Harvard, Stanford, and the Carnegie Institute found that 85% of what makes people successful are their people skills. Those are the skills used when we interact with one another. Keep this in mind because I am going to get back to this point. Let me share some other interesting studies with you. If I were to ask you, what is the first thing others notice about us when they first meet us, I'll bet you'd say things such as height, weight, eye color, hairstyle, clothes, or maybe skin color. But if you said any of those, you would be wrong. Scientific studies have consistently shown that the first thing people notice about us is our smile. That's right, our smile. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does smiling have to do with success? Well, stick with me, because I am beginning to reveal some very important things to you that only the most successful and famous people know. As a matter of fact, the number one most important skill needed for success is the ability to communicate. Yes, all studies consistently show that good communication skills are the number one skill a prospective employer seeks in a prospective employee. But studies also show that people who are well-spoken earn more money, appear better educated and more intelligent, as well as command more respect. Warren Buffett has even said that developing your communication skills can raise your value by at least 50%. Now again, stick with me, I promise. I'm getting to it. So what do all celebrities, politicians, famous athletes, movie stars, and multimillionaires all share in common? Well, the first thing they share in common is that they all have developed a very strong sense of self-awareness. They are highly self-aware. Self-awareness is the foundation for self-improvement. And they all use their self-awareness as a foundation to develop their self-confidence, their presence, their charisma, as well as their communication and people skills. Now, I want for you to listen to me very carefully. There is a reason all of these things are called skills. That's because skills can be developed and learned. Yes, it is a fact. Confidence can be learned. Charisma can be learned. The keys to communication can be learned. This is where I come in. For years, I have been teaching all of these skills to those very people. Business people, entrepreneurs, CEOs, politicians, stage actors, athletes. This is what they all share in common. They all learned how to act, look, and be successful. They have all learned all of the secrets and skills which have been used by all successful people throughout history and throughout the world. This is the missing link that every other wealth training course fails to teach you. They all fail to teach you how to develop your personal skills. As a former politician myself, and as a business person, I get paid thousands of dollars to coach and train successful people on these very skills. And the best part about these skills is that they have absolutely nothing to do with your level of education or intelligence. They have nothing to do with your background. In fact, I have worked with people who had no high school education and barely spoke English. All of the tricks, the psychology, the know-how, all of the skills you need to become successful can all be learned. But there is one thing you absolutely need, and this is a certainty. You need to want to learn them. And you need to practice them. Oh, and you need to know what they are. But that's it. That's all you need. Now imagine walking into a room and have people take notice of you. Imagine people being drawn to you like a magnet. Picture yourself among wealthy, successful people, networking and building incredible relationships. And picture yourself attracting the ideal partner or reigniting a relationship that has maybe lost its fire. Now imagine that every time you open your mouth to say something, people will listen to you. Imagine people automatically assuming you already are wealthy, successful, intelligent, and confident, even if you are not yet. You see, once you decide to learn and implement these skills into your personality, your life, your relationships, you will have all of the personal tools necessary to be successful. William Shakespeare, the famous playwright, wrote in his play called As You Like It, one of the most famously quoted lines in history. And the line goes, quote, "All of the world is a stage, and all of the men and women are merely players," end quote. All successful people know that in order to be successful, you need to act successful. Imagine developing ultimate self-confidence, the type of self-confidence that is so attractive that people want to be in your presence. Imagine having such charisma that people actually feel physically better just being around you. All of this can be learned, and all of it is learned. Yes, those movie stars we admire, those famous athletes, CEOs, presidents, politicians, all of them learned these skills. These are the skills which should be taught in schools and universities. After all, every single study about success reveals that these skills are the most important. So you may even have a degree from Harvard University hanging upon your wall, but without these skills, that degree won't matter. You see, successful people know that there are certain personality traits, certain elements of a person's character, and various psychological tricks and traits which, when used and practiced, will always result in other people loving them, admiring them, wanting to be around them, and, most importantly, do business with them. They spend thousands of dollars on people like me who privately and confidentially coach and teach them on every aspect of successful personal skills. As they practice them over and over, they begin to act successfully, speak successfully, and dress successfully. They know to act as if. Act as if you already are successful. Once you develop all of these habits of success, your brain will rewire itself, and you will begin to attract everything you need to be successful. And that is the part that is left out of all of those law of attraction lessons. You first need the information necessary in order to be able to attract the success you desire. If you did not know how to act, speak, or dress successfully, how could you expect to become successful? This program gives you that information. Now, if you think that you don't have what it takes to do all of this, let me remind you of a few important things. Number one, your level of education does not matter. Number two, your level of intelligence does not matter. And number three, your height, your weight, your looks do not matter. What matters is your desire to learn and practice these skills every day in every way. When you do, they will all become a habit for you. You will no longer have to think about them. You'll be acting the part, playing the role, except it will no longer be an act. It will be you. Now, I am going to make you a promise, but I am also going to ask you to make yourself a promise. I want you to promise yourself that you are going to put in the practice to transform every area of yourself, from how you walk, how you speak, how you act, how you dress, how you attract people. And I promise that I will teach you how. You will confidently be able to meet, mingle, and associate with wealthy, successful people anywhere, anytime. You will have all of the successful personal skills necessary to be, do, and have anything you want to have. And of course, if for any reason you feel as if my program failed to live up to your expectations, you have a full 60 days to ask me to fully refund your money. No questions asked. How much is it worth for you to learn how to be like the rich and famous? How much is it worth for you to learn the secrets of self-confidence, charisma, and personal attraction? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So what are you waiting for? A new life is just a click away. Once again, this is Brian Haggerty, And I want to thank you for taking the time to learn how you can transform yourself into a person of class.